YouTube. This is going to be a video on a number of things. One of them is going to be I'm going to answer some YouTube questions in a little bit. But first, I just want to say that I want to talk about that speech that I haven't talked about yet because I didn't really know what to say. Because I think it's pretty obvious that it was interesting and it pretty much was the kind of the standing out moment or the speech that stole the show at the Republican convention. And it was basically Don Jr.'s girlfriend, um, or let's say, but the best is yet to come. Yeah, that woman. Um, it's like it finally occurred to me. Republicans are now officially the fucking political party of fucking cosplay and trying to be old movie villains. I mean, that really is what they are. They're pretending to be movie villains. I swear to God, and here's how I know this. I thought about that fucking speech, and it's just something about it that stuck with me. And it's just like, I've heard this somewhere before. Where have I heard this before? And then it fucking got into my brain. It's the fucking Stephanie McMahon speech, or basically the speech the bad guy gave at WrestleMania from a few years ago. You think this is crazy? Well, maybe you're right. And I think it was secular talk chalked it up to too much cocaine, and he's probably correct as well. But I'm just saying, you should keep in mind they know the McMahon family. So maybe, I don't know, Kimberly Guilford, I can't say her name, and Don Jr., maybe they were watching TV or wrestling tapes one day. Maybe she was watching on a computer. I don't know, but I really do believe she didn't know what to say at the convention. So she's watching this and she's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna give that speech." She got geeked up on fucking cocaine and she gave that fucking speech. That's exactly what this woman did. And you know what? So far as that goes, I can't blame them. I can't blame them. If it was me, I probably would too. The only difference is, I mean, look, there's no question the Republicans are the bad guys. I mean, we can all tell, like, they are the bad guys. That's obvious. Their fucking entire platform is basically just death. Their entire platform is death. Okay, it's there's nothing. Like, I don't think they're saying anything good. So it's like if I was them, hey, why stop where she stopped? I'd bring out the fucking skull. I would fuck it. The skull mask. Hey, there I am. The little whatever mask she held in front of her. The fucking army of fucking people with a skull mask that came out behind them. I would bring it all out. I'd go 360. I mean, not 360. I'd go 100% onward. Go all the way. If you're going to be the bad guy, you might as well do it right. And the Republicans are the bad guys. But hey, look, stole it, didn't steal it, stealing it, didn't steal it. I don't give a fuck. I have to say, I give her credit. She was totally fucking insane, and she stole the fucking show at the convention. That was a speech that would put the Joker to shame. I mean, the Joker would be proud of that speech. And the best is yet to come. Yeah, right. Okay, so poverty, police abuse, rioting in the streets, killing Iranian generals, a disease killing millions of fucking people, all kinds of this totally evil fuck up shit going on all over the world. Their best is yet to come. And you want to vote for her. But that's the thing. That really does bring me to the next part of this video. Well, not the part that I'm going to get to, but it's a little bit different of a point here. They really are the party of, like, evil. Now, to quote The Undertaker, well, he said this was when he did the motorcycle gimmick. I don't dress like Satan anymore, but I can still go medieval on your ass. Well, I may pretend to be a vampire or whatever the fuck it is I do. But in terms of being really evil, I mean, if you're thinking of satanic not as the way that I think of it, and that's basically questioning authority and questioning society, but you're thinking about it in the true, probably original Christian meaning of the word, of you support death, You don't care about death. You're ignorant. It's ignorance. It's true darkness. Ignorance of economic issues, ignorance of issues concerning transgender and gay people, not helping them. If you're thinking about it in terms of disease and poverty, and in terms of not helping the poor, selfishness, in terms of lying, in terms of true evil, the Republican Party is that. I mean, they got that shit in the bag. That's them in a fucking nutshell. And all they're missing is the fucking skull mask and the fucking black robes and the, she wasn't dressed like a dominatrix. I mean, that's the only difference. And again, if I was her and that's what I'm going to be about, you might as well go all the way. At least look cool. At least you would look cool. I mean, come on. I mean, then again, you don't want to give it away, but I mean, a little bit further. Come on. Anyways, that was her. That was the entire fucking convention in a nutshell. Death and human suffering and evil. True darkness. Real darkness. Not the darkness I'm in. Not, paleness and fucking long hair and a fucking black background. No. I mean real darkness. They're that. They are evil. And so are some of the Democrats. And that is why this entire election is a choice between bullshit and death. And, if I have to choose between death and bullshit, I'm going to go with the bullshit. And Joe Biden is bullshit, but at least he's not playing straight up, straightforward fucking death. So that's kind of that. But anyways, and I do want to say there is a death quality, and I guess this can bring me into my next part of the video. While the Republican Party is total death, you're either a total monster if you're a Republican and you're evil and you're probably rich and you're ripping off and robbing the public, or you are a idiot and you're basically a mindless zombie that is just going to vote for anyone over the stupidest of cliche trivial issues. Oh no, the foreigners, I'm scared. They're scaring me. We need a wall that he never built and is never going to build and he shouldn't build, but that is just another lie he told. So chalk that up to all the other ones. And if he did build it, you're paying for it. It's not going to be Mexico. I can guarantee you that one. So the point is, it's I'm scared of these foreigners, racism, or it's just I'm going to support this dude. I'm going to support him because he's the Republican, and I'm a Republican because I'm on Team Red, and I'm going to vote for him. And it's one or the other, or it's fucking maybe it's like libertarian. And sorry, you don't like what I'm saying. Last person who tuned the fuck out. I don't really care. Bit geeked up myself, actually. Anyways, but it's like it's either that or it's like I don't know. And again, I need to cut this fucking video short because I'm glug like always. But moving forward. Basically, it's either you're like these libertarians, quasi-libertarians who might have voted for Ron Paul, and in spite of all the issues I had with Ron Paul over the years, this guy is not Ron Paul. Now he might be a little bit more like Rand Paul, his son, who basically sold you all out a long time ago, but he's not Ron Paul, and that's why they're talking about death when they talk about taxes and hiking up taxes, and they say taxes on you. Like the neocon banking asshole that he had talked for him that's helping handle the economy, talking about a V-shaped recovery. The V for victory, and the victory isn't yours. Anyways, that guy, those guys are not libertarians. And at no point did Joe Biden ever say he was going to increase your taxes. In fact, the problem is, as Secular Talk pointed out, the problem is the reverse. It's opposite. It's that he is... It is that he has done the opposite and has done the opposite. He's now raised it from what Obama said of about like $100,000 a year. Then you wouldn't have to pay extra taxes. He's done the opposite. He's saying $400,000 a year in taxes, and you don't have to pay. So he's not saying raise taxes on you. And keep in mind, whether you like it or not, there's going to be taxes. Neither one of these motherfuckers are against getting rid of taxes, and I'm not either, by the way. Or are for getting rid of taxes. And I'm not either, by the way. But what I'm saying is, He's not raising taxes. Biden does not want to raise taxes on the middle class or whatever is left of the middle class. What he said was corporations and banks. He wants to raise taxes on the bankers and corporations. The same people that collapsed the fucking economy that we have bailed out 2 different fucking times, if not more. I think 2 times. We might have bailed them out more than that, but now. That is who he wanted to raise taxes on. Not you. Not me. Well, of course not me. I'm not even middle class. And that brings me to my next issue. I don't even know how much of a middle class there is left, if there isn't any left. And if you are a part of what used to be known as the middle class, he doesn't want to raise your taxes. And you're already paying, by the way, higher proportionally than the rich people. So even if you are some kind of crazy libertarian, then look, they're not going to get rid of taxes anyway, so you might as well tax the rich. And second to fucking all, if you're middle class, he's not talking about you. So what you're saying is fucking stupid, and you're worried about the wrong damn thing, and they're lying to you because they're liars. Because they are literally the fucking devil. They are basically the devil turned into a political party. That is the fucking Republicans. They're Satan, but without the style. You know, there's no style with these people. They suck. Stephanie McMahon had a cool outfit on, the skulls, the skeletons, the scary music, and then Motorhead playing. That was a cool fucking entrance. She should have copied more from it. That was the only problem. But anyways, because again, that is what she is anyways. Just be who you are. But anyways, they're not taxing the middle class. They're not talking about you. So it's fucking stupid. And by the way, I'm not against taxing the middle class if we had one. But now I don't want to do that right now because whatever there is left of the middle class, you should probably try to help build up and recreate because it doesn't exist currently. And I say this as a former middle class person or person that was in the middle class and isn't anymore or any longer because they totally bankrupted their fucking economy and banks fucked everyone out of their house, including me. And we had actually paid ahead of time and they stole our fucking home from us. But that's another issue. But I'm just trying to tell you, they're not talking about taxing you. Biden doesn't want to tax you. In fact, he doesn't even want to tax what really amounts to rich people. He doesn't want to tax people making $400,000 fucking dollars a year. That's more than Obama, who said $100,000. Well, how many fucking people do you know that make $100,000 a fucking year? No one. No one makes that much money. But that wasn't enough. $400,000. So he's talking literally about fucking filthy rich people, the top of the fucking economy. He doesn't want to tax them. That's communist. You're a socialist. Do you see how they're fucking you? And you're buying this shit. So that's my point. The Democrats, some of them are zombies, especially these feminists and black power people and all that shit. You're zombies who are just going to vote Democrat. But this time around, you really should. So go ahead and do it because there really is no alternative. And then you have the Republicans who are just fucking zombies because you're just voting out of your ass. You're a fucking white supremacist asshole who doesn't want to admit that a black guy did a better job than this guy. You're either that or you're a fucking libertarian idiot who thinks this guy is Ron Paul and he's the opposite. And Ron Paul, I have not seen support Trump because Ron Paul would not support killing an Iranian general. Ron Paul would not support acts of aggression against the Russians. We literally just had, I think recently had a gunfight with the Russian army. Our troops did, if I'm not mistaken, I might be, but something like that happened. He would not support, he might support the shit with China because that's not totally our fault. I'm not totally in disagreement with Trump about that. But the point is, he would not support the bombing of the Syrian airports. And we, like I said in another video, we literally just had a bombing that killed 67% children. So to all you women out there, does your concern for women and females, does that fucking limit itself to adult women or females in America? Because I'm sure there were plenty of little girls that died in that bombing where 67% kids died. And to all you men's rights assholes who want to say you support men and males, and some of you are not even against circumcision because that doesn't affect you because you already are or whatever, you don't care. Well, do you care about those kids? Because I guarantee you a lot of those males, they died 67% child casualty rate and fucking that bombing that Trump was a part of and conducted. And the same guy who invited John Bolton and fucking Mike Pompeo, and I don't know exactly everything there is to know about Mike Pompeo, but I know enough about John Bolton that he's a neocon asshole who helped get us into Iraq and lies. And even Tucker Carlson doesn't like the fuck. Tucker Carlson isn't right-wing enough for you, so you're going to vote for Trump because you're right-wing, but you support the same guy who gave fucking John Bolton a job. The George Bush administration neocon right-wing jack-off who bombed fucking children. because they are the party of death and human suffering. They are the party of darkness and evil and everlasting eternal night, and they are the enemy of Christ. That is what the Republican Party is. I can play act this shit. I can do my little cosplay. Motherfucker, they ain't play acting. They are it. They don't have to play act it. They know what they are. So anyways, to answer your questions, Black Lives Matter, why don't they protest prisons? It's become such a big institution. They don't really have to police the outside world. And do you think the rest of the outside world are being ran by a Christian or something? I don't remember the exact. I'm trying to remember off brain. I have a little bit of a photographic memory, but I'm not very good. The point is, yeah, actually, I do think that you're probably onto something. But then again, I'm the same guy who admitted before I don't have enough balls to actually get out there and do any of the protesting. I'm here doing this. So I can't really, while I'm sitting here, well, not really comfortably, but I'm sitting here drinking and bitching on the internet, I can't really tell them, well, you're not doing a good enough job protesting. I mean, it's not really my place in a way. But I will say this. While I have time here, I might not be able to answer both your questions, sorry, but no, they probably should protest prisons too, but how much do you want from them? I mean, it's like, do you not think if they almost sent the military on them as it was, do you not think they would have them drawn intact in a fucking heartbeat? I mean, they would kill them in a minute. But yeah, you're probably right. I mean, it is an military industrial prison industrial complex, and they are starting, if they were asking this, to run the rest of our society the same, and it keeps them from having to really run society as efficiently on the outside, because they just throw us all in prison for trivial, mediocre crimes that some of us didn't even do. And it's just a way for them to make more money off throwing more people in prison, because they get paid for every goddamn prison they build, but yet the taxpayers, the majority of you that say you're against tax, and the ones that say you're against taxes, by the way, so you're voting for Trump, yeah, you're still paying taxes on these fucking stupid fucking prisons that they keep building to fucking put nonviolent people in. It's a fucking scam. And the other dude asked, and again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful here. That's just, I'm trying to blow through this fucking video. I'm sorry. I drinking and shit, and I don't know if your video takes once it gets past 20 minutes or how the hell that works. So I'm doing it as fast as I can. And plus, people, they fucking come and go, and I mean, I want you to hear what the fuck I'm saying, and it's really complicated. But anyways, the other fucking thing, the other side of this issue is the other flip side of the fucking Tucker Carlson, Trevor Noah, same guy, same smell, different asshole, whatever the fuck, corn. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm. But anyways, the point is, I forget how that went. But anyways, the point is, the thing is, same shit, different asshole. Yeah. Anyways, the thing is, the other guy asked about abortion. I don't know if it's hot potato if they're doing it to keep a guy in the late terms of a pregnancy, stay with him. I don't care if it is. The bottom line here really isn't as much about the guy or the girl. It's about the kid. Once it gets past 4 months, or it could be 6 months. That's debatable. That's something we can debate over, and you can let states do what they want to do, or what states think are reasonable in that. I'm not against states' rights when it comes to the really trivial, minimal chores of between 4 to 6 months. That should be up to the states. But once you're talking about a child past the 4 months period, then no. He even said something like 2-year-old children could be killed because you want the damn husband to stay with him. No, fuck you and fuck any woman that says they support that. That's not feminism. That's not even crazy feminism. That's just genocide that you're saying you should. And what about little girls? I mean, what the fuck would that be? So no, I support abortion. I have said that before, and so do these fucking Republicans. Really, at least they support them getting it. They don't support you getting it because they want you to be poor and turn out poor kids to work for them. Rich women have always gotten abortions. In fact, I'm not so sure a lot of them probably don't do a lot of Pizzagate shit that we don't know about. But the point is, these fucking Republicans, like Alex Jones and all of the other ones, if their daughter gets knocked up and they don't like the father for whatever fucking reason, or their wife gets knocked up, they can go have an abortion and they're okay. They're taken care of. And they probably know all these rich ass fucking judges, so they get off their shit. You don't get off your shit, and you get fuck out of money. The poor man get fuck out of money. These rich bastards never lose a dime. They never lose a dime, and they're fucking you. And that's what Trump is. It's the army of death. And I don't know what the point of this was. P666.